little darklings. I'm the Dark Lord 2672.
And I'm Cohesive Crawdad. Remember me? I'm Mr. Me6, look at me!
I'm Mr. Me6, look at me!
This is better.
Well,
But I'm still the one that does the best Rick impression!
yeah, because mine sounds like Fat Albert.
It really does. You should do it on camera sometime.
I'll try to do an impression thing at some point. But anyway, this video actually we're recording for the second time because I forgot to hit the record on the last time.
We've all done it.
So, this video is a follow-up on the investigation vlog that I did earlier. Actually, earlier today, but y'all probably won't get it until the next day. To which, we decided to investigate cars and everything again. And we also took pictures along the way and a small video. That way we can bring it up when we talk about it and stuff like that, so y'all can get a good representation of what we are saying. So y'all can't say y'all were blowing it out of our ass.
Yeah, you know the internet rule. Pics or it didn't happen. Well, we came prepared. We got the pictures. We're putting them in the video.
Yes, we are. So where should we get started with this?
I guess step one.
Right.
So we went out to take the pictures of what happened, and we started walking across the property, same as we did last night, toward the cars, and we stopped along the way to take a picture of the barrel we mentioned, or he mentioned, that had the leaves in it, and you'll probably see me bending over next to it taking a look at it, just for size comparison. And
we took also a picture of the chicken coop, corn crib, whatever it is, that is also on the way there, where we saw something and heard something behind and go from it.
Which we may, I don't know if we'll do it in this video, but we may take those pictures and run them through Photoshop and do just a small, like, point out of what happened, of what we saw and heard.
Yeah.
Using those pictures. I don't know if we'll have that in this video. It might be the next video, but we'll probably wind up doing that.
Yeah. And we decided to go to the cars to investigate them a little more and to take some pictures, because I told y'all how like that one was basically bare.
Yeah.
Well, we decided, because we didn't realize, we didn't look at the other two cars under the hood.
So we went out there and we started taking some pictures. You can see in the first car, the one that we originally found yesterday, we took a lot of pictures of the engine compartment. It's completely empty. There is nothing left in it. And you can see all the way down to the ground. And that was not like that before. We don't know when that happened. Like the radiator, everything, absolutely everything, is completely gone. It's just an empty frame. The only thing remaining, and we took a picture of this, is somebody took, I don't want to say clothes hanger wire because that's way too thick, but just little metal wire like you hang a photo with on the wall. It's brand new. Looks like it just come out of a box. And they twisted it around the grill on the front of the car and connected a headlight assembly to it. And there's a new bulb in it. And they ran the wires from the bulb up into the cab of the car. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if I went onto somebody else's property and I stripped the car down and scrapped all the parts for money, are you going to come back and do something like that for no reason?
Yeah.
That seems weird. Even the transmission is gone. It's just completely gone. You can see the bend in the frame that's supposed to go around the transmission. And there's nothing in it. It's just gone. And that weighs 700 or 800 pounds. And you got to get under the car to take that out. Even if you had the stuff to take it out. And the car is pretty much flat on the ground. There's no way to get under it. So, how did they get that out?
And the second car that we looked at, we couldn't get the hood up. It was the car that had the door screwed shut.
Which we also took a picture of.
Yeah. And there's that bed of leaves, which admittedly looks shorter than it did last night.
Yeah, that's the unusual thing. It looks, when we saw it last night, you couldn't see the interior of the car. There was so much leaves all through the front of the car. And now seems like there's a lot less. You can actually see part of the driver's side seat, and the leaves that are still in there don't go as high up on the door as they did last night when we found it.
Yep.
Which is unusual. Because it means somebody's been screwing with it since last night. It wasn't us.
Yeah. And we tried to get the hood up, but we couldn't get the hood up because we couldn't find the latch, and the latch inside where you pop it, it was stuck. So we could not get it open. But we looked at the next car, the third car, and it's missing it too.
Yeah, we also took pictures of it.
Yeah.
The front bumper was missing, but it was always missing on that one. And somebody went in, took out the radiator, and then went through where the radiator was and took everything out, just like the first car, transmission and all, just like the first one.
Yep.
Which is even harder to do because you can't even get the hood open on that one. You had to go in from the front, through the front grille of the car. How did they get all that out? How did they get that transmission out?
And then we decided to look around, and at the corn crib we noticed that there was also some metal laying next to it. So we were like, oh, did we find some of the parts? And we go over there, and we found car parts, but it wasn't for the cars that we had there.
Yeah, they're for completely different cars. And nobody that's ever been here had these types of cars. There's just a car door, and it doesn't even look that old.
Yeah.
The upholstered part still looks fairly fresh. I mean, it's a little wet because it's been rained on, but it doesn't look old at all. All the chrome is still pristine, and the glass ain't even broken.
Yeah.
And there's another part, not from the hood of a car, but from the front of a car on the passenger side. There's a wheel well that goes around the wheel. It's the side of the car right there, and a little bit on the front where the headlight assembly goes, but the headlight assembly is empty. And it's for a completely different make and model of car. That part is not missing on any of the other cars. The door is not missing from any of the other cars, and it's a completely different door. And there's also another piece I didn't look at too closely, but at first glance it looks like a tailgate for a truck, which there aren't even any trucks here. There's only one person in the whole family that even has a truck, and that's my oldest brother, Bob. And he's not missing a tailgate. So where did that come from? Where did any of it come from?
And
I believe we also took a picture of that.
I think. We also decided to go a little farther into the woods, to which we found a trail that goes deeper. Actually, very close to where we were looking for the person and shouting that it's private property and everything.
Where we heard the footsteps.
So, we found the trail, and we decided to go down the rabbit hole.
Not sponsored by Pepsi.
Sadly not. So,
Though I'm still waiting on that sponsorship, Pepsi. I will be happy to take it.
So, we decided to go into the trail, and we went pretty far into there. Like,
I'd say all in all, at least half a mile's worth of trail.
possibly, yeah. And during this trail, it got shorter, smaller at times, and then it got pretty big.
Yeah, a lot of the trails, of course, the trail was surrounded by trees, but the branches were only broken off maybe up to your diaphragm in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Which, that's too small for a deer.
And
they weren't, but yay wide.
yeah, we had to scrunch through there. We're kind of big guys.
So,
And trees were also fell over. Like, not these big, gigantic trees, but tiny ones.
yeah, thin trees.
And they all leaned. Say the trailer is right here. There's a trail, and it's like way back up in here. Well, it would make sense if someone was making a trail through the woods that the trees...
From the property.
Yeah. The trees will be pushed going into the woods toward the trail.
Like, they would have fallen away from us if we were going from the property through the trail.
But these were going toward the property, like someone was coming toward the property and knocking down the trees.
Yeah.
There was a lot of them.
And not all of them looked like they had any age.
Yeah. So we get up there, finally get to the end where there's this big clearing. And he's been there for a long time. He's been in these woods a lot. And he'd never seen this before.
No, there was in total about 3 or 4 clearings, and they weren't little either. They were maybe 20 by 30 feet.
And at the edge of this clearing, we found a shed.
Yeah.
A small wooden-like shed that had, it's maybe like 3 feet high. It's got a tin roof, and the rest is made out of wood. And like the floor is very dry dirt. To me, when I see that, and I'm thinking someone is like living in the woods, that's perfect shelter.
No.
You're dry and everything like that, and you got a nice little place where you can hunt any animals that come through because you're right out there at that clearing.
No. And the part about that that's weird. This property has been in the family for over 100 years, and that's not supposed to be there. We did not build that. Nobody in the family did. The only things built on the property are the original house, which is right over there. It's right next door. You can see it. The corn crib, which is at the end of the road, and they used to use that when they were farming the field. That's why it's down at the end of the road. The chicken coop, which is what we stopped to take pictures of, where we saw the people, it wound up being used mostly for storage. There was one other thing that was built. It was a hog pen. It wasn't very big, and it was about 5 feet into the woods. It was about 4 or 5 feet long, maybe 1.5 feet high, 2 feet high, and it's already been smashed because a tree fell on it a long time ago. That is it. That is all that is supposed to be on this property. Not that shed.
Yeah.
And it's obviously not 100 years old. It doesn't look like it is. So, somebody built that while the property was in the family, and we don't know who.
Yeah.
Or when.
And we also took pictures. We also took a small video of us in that clearing, and we'll probably go ahead and play that video now. How's it going, guys? You already know me right now. I'm probably going to say the intro before you'll even see this video anyway. Here's Cohesive Crawdad. Well, we're investigating that creepy thing we were telling you about, and we decided to go farther into the woods.
Well, we followed a trail and wound up at this.
A big clearing.
With more clearings all around it.
And you're probably wondering, that's probably nothing big, that's probably nothing bad. Well, there's also a shed up here. There's nothing in it, but it's easily a shelter for someone that wants to be around here. Because it's dry, it's cleanish, and everything like that. We don't know how it got here. He's lived here a long time. He's been in these woods many times, and he's never seen this.
And this property has been in the family for over 100 years. We didn't build that.
Let's go see if we can get a close-up of it so we can get that on here too. But yeah, we've been taking many pictures. You'll see those soon. It's actually a little bit lost in the shrubs. And briars. Gotta watch out for those. Okay. Now you probably could be wondering, like, Darklord, you're just trying to do a found footage thing. No, I wish I was doing that.
Me too.
But
Shit, this land gonna be mine.
and this is what we came upon.
That ain't supposed to be here.
As you can see, there's nothing underneath or anything, but it's dry. That's the main thing you want. With shelter that you're hiding from something or someone, you want to have shelter. Right there's shelter. It's covered up so no one can find you. Well, we're just trying to figure out why. Well, I guess we'll cut this small thing short, because we got plenty more to look through. We'll record more as we go. I don't have much memory on here, so I guess we'll see. See y'all in the next small vid part. And we decided to come back after that video because it was starting to get a little dark. As you can see in this video, it's getting dark.
Yeah.
Because my lighting is sunlight through a window right here. And we decided to
pretty good for me though.
Yeah.
At the moment, at least.
So we decided to come back, and we found more trails. One that just conveniently leads to our trailer.
Get this. The trail leads directly and stops at the spot where we found that reflector last night. The log that it was leaned up on is still sitting there right now. The trail leads straight to it and stops right there.
But there's another trail that branches off.
And guess where that one goes?
Straight to the corn crib and then those cars.
Yeah, straight to it.
So,
Which makes me think about them footsteps we heard. And now I'm thinking, well, maybe we know where they went.
yeah. It's a lot easier when you got a trail with not many leaves on it.
Which would explain why it was so quiet.
Yeah. And they knew where to go. So, this is what we've been having here. Like, yes, y'all could say we're thinking way too much into this, thinking there's possibly an actual person. But we know this is not just pure coincidence.
I mean, I'm quick to write something off. Like, even that reflector. You know, maybe somehow it was there. Maybe the wind just blew it over or something. That's why we didn't see it at first. But the trail leading straight to it, the trail going right next to the trailer, the cars, 2 cars being completely stripped of all their parts. The parts aren't laying around anywhere. They're gone. We haven't found a single one from either car.
A weird shed.
The weird shed that's not supposed to be there that I didn't even know existed. Nobody does. And then the neighbor next door complaining about, for a long time now, seeing people outside her window at night, but she can't see who they are.
And we
I used
weren't
to
living
think
here.
she was crazy.
And we weren't living here at the time.
No. I used to think she was crazy, but seeing all these trails laying around, and one of them leading towards her property, maybe she really did. Yes, I'm quick to write something off, but there's too much going on with this.
And so, that's where we're at right now. We got to stop for now. We might do some more later when we have more time. Because we're about to have to take him home for a little bit, and it will be probably a week before he gets to come back.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but usually I'm pretty good going by myself, but not during this case.
Yeah, not with all this going on.
So, there's going to be more videos to come. I'll try to keep y'all updated as we find out stuff as it goes. Hope y'all have a great day, guys, and wish us luck. And hopefully we can get some evidence, and then maybe we can let the police come in and deal with this.
Hopefully.
But we got to get that evidence first.
Yeah.
Have a great day, guys. Goodbye. Bye.
Bye-bye.